It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Panthers and the Lions, and it comes your way. Next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. Now the Panthers offense set to take over for the first time, and it's Andy Dalton who is at the helm. In season 13 now out of TCU.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
The numbers for Sanders last week, 12 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Passing, it's Dalton. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target, but now it's third down. You talk about this Lions defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game. And they got it done. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out. And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Here's Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. The Panthers had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
It's caught by Sanders. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Yeah, and on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force fourth down.
Going for it with Sanders. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the fourth down conversion. Another run with Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of the game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break 3, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
3rd and 4. Dalton. That is caught, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. Play action here with Dalton. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Dalton now to pass. Open man right side is Shark. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive this afternoon results in 3. Not sure that that's a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
You're exactly right about that. I love how you framed it, right? Not sure it's a statement, but at the same time, you're putting something out there, aren't you? Letting them know, hey, we came to play today.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Well, the Lions offense getting ready to go to work here, and under center, a man whose career has been rejuvenated a bit as of late. And season number 8 now out of Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And the first possession isn't until the 2nd quarter, but what's nice about it, it's only down 3. So what you sell your team on is, look, 1 possession, 1 drive, we put it in the end zone. We're in the lead in this game. Let's go, guys.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the former Bear, this is David Montgomery. There he goes left side. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 47 yards on the ground. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Goff off the bootleg.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
St. Brown seemingly catches everything, including that 1st down. Brought in 106 passes last season and is tied for the most catches ever in a player's first 2 years. Not sure how he fell to day 3 of the draft, nor is he. And the Lions, they found themselves a franchise receiver.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Goff.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Goff. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead.
Down here, I thought they were going to hand that off. Instead, a well-designed play and the pitch and catch for the touchdown.
And I wonder who came up with it. Was it a call from the bench? Did the quarterback have a good idea and suggest it? In any event, clearly an effective play call. They saw something they liked in coverage, and they targeted for the short yardage throw.
And the perfect way to cap their opening drive. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Sutton, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Here's 2nd and 10. That's complete to the Porter.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Goff throwing again. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Still 2nd down.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Here's Goff. Touchdown! Sam Laporta with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Chark, 54 yards. And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now a first down throw. Gone. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And some space here. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that one finds the Falcons out in front. Desmond Ridder with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And that game is tied as they take on the visiting Tennessee Titans. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Chris Olave, a touchdown reception. In the first half, it was the veteran quarterback Jared Goff who had command of the offense. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission. Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. They are just about set to get back to football in Detroit. And for the call of the second half, we'll kick it back up to Ford Field and Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Third quarter started with a run from Montgomery. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Second and 5. Here's Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. And Dalton to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. 7 yards there and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Dalton off play action. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Dalton. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Goff on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. Great move by Montgomery. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 91 yards on the ground so far for Montgomery. It's a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
1st down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A shotgun snap for Goff. This is caught. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now it's gone. And it's caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Carolina getting set to take the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And Dalton and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 39 yards there, a big one.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Dalton sets up play action. He'll let this go for the end zone. That is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperate.
And a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. Sanders shaking and baking. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And Sanders has got it complete. Touchdown Panthers. Miles Sanders, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Here's Dalton to throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Goff. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
If they're able to come back to tie or win this game, I think this is a play that we're going to look back on as the game changer. They really changed the tone and what the opposition wanted to do when they're trying to run some time off the clock and add to its lead late in this contest.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. Ooh, the juke. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 118 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. He got 29 yards that time. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Romeo Okwara working his way in and getting the tackle for loss.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
As soon as he looked down and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Runs over him. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Miles Sanders, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They'll turn to Sanders. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down 22-21, just under 2 minutes to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Now Goff. St. Brown on the catch, and he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Goff. They'll
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Here's 2nd down and 3. Now it's Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as a tackle made at the 42. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Goff now to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. But now he appears to be in some pain. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They run with a 3rd-year man, Chuba Hubbard. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Carolina, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.